कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण महामंत्र गाना भजन चलेगा मतलब हिंदी चलेगा हिंदी भजन या चलेगा ना हिंदी हाँ भजाऊरे मन दैट वाज आई वाज भजाऊरे मन चलेगा क्या चले मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ हरे कृष्ण ओनली ना
श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की
जय हो।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hello. Hare Krishna, Hare
5 minutes.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Now I stop. It's okay.
You want that also? Hare Krishna. I hope everybody enjoyed the beautiful kirtan, isn't it? So before moving forward and going to our important class today, I hope everybody knows today's topic. What is it? No, it is not overthinking. No. It is what we do on daily basis, isn't it? Every second, I remember while coming today also, I got stuck in traffic and I was thinking, oh God, what if Mataji comes, what if everybody comes and I miss everything? So I got into the overthinking pattern. So I think today's topic is very much apt. But before going to the lecture, we have a very special skit, we have a special drama on overthinking. We all know that overthinking leads us to so many unrealistic situations. I mean, the situation is not even near and dear to us, but we still move on to 10,000 years later. Ki, oh, 10 saal baad kya hoga, 20 saal baad kya hoga. So on the same topic, we have a very small skit today. We have a beautiful girls who will be presenting the drama. So are we ready? All right, over to you.
हरे कृष्णा। चलिए चलते हैं इतिहास के पन्नों में। ये बात है त्रेता युग की, जिस समय महाराज भरत पूर्ण ब्रह्मांड का नेतृत्व कर रहे थे। शास्त्रों के इंजक्शंस के हिसाब से वो सभी जीवों का, सभी प्राणियों का नेतृत्व करते हुए सभी को खुशहाल जीवन दे रहे थे। उसी समय की एक घटना है, आइए देखते हैं।
प्रणाम महाराज। आपके विद्वान अनुभव राजा होने की वजह से हमारी प्रजा बहुत सुख शांति और संतुष्ट है महाराज। हमारी राज्य की सीमा बहुत सुरक्षित है महाराज, और हमारा राज्य का धन वो तो बहुत अच्छा फल रहा है महाराज।
महाराज, आपके जो पिता और दादा की जो आपके अंदर छवि आई है, आपने अपनी प्रजा के प्रति इतना स्नेह रखा है, अपने प्रजा के लिए आपने इतने श्रद्धा पूर्वक जो यज्ञ किए हैं, आपके इस कर्तव्य से पृथ्वी, प्रजा और आदि अन्य चीजें संतुष्ट है। आप हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आप हमारे महाराज हैं।
वो सब तो ठीक है, परंतु मुझे यह बताओ, हमारे जो ब्राह्मण हैं वो ठीक से जप तप और यज्ञ कर पा रहे हैं कि नहीं? हमारे जो क्षत्रिय मंत्री हैं वो जो प्रजा से कर लेते हैं, उस कर का उपयोग हमारी प्रजा के लिए हो रहा है या नहीं? हमारी गाय खुश है या नहीं? किसान खुश है या नहीं? और जो जमीन उपजाऊ हो रही है कि नहीं, उन्हें व्यापार हो रहा है कि नहीं? और जो हमारे जो वैश्य व्यापारी है उन्हें लाभ हो रहा है कि नहीं? वो की जरूरी है, ये बताओ, ये सब हो रहा है कि नहीं? और हाँ, मेरे जो बाकी अन्य प्रजाजन जो बचे, जिनको मैं पुत्र के भांति प्रेम करता हूँ, वह खुश है कि नहीं, यह बताओ।
अवश्य खुश है।
सुनकर प्रसन्नता हुई। मैंने काफी प्रयत्न किया कि मैं अपने पूर्वजों के पद चिन्हों पर चल सकूं। मैं हमेशा यही कार्य करता हूँ, यही सोचकर कार्य करता हूँ कि मैं अपने देवता, प्रजा और हमारे पूर्वजों को संतुष्ट रख पाऊं।
पर महाराज, आप ये क्यों बोल रहे हैं?
मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि अब ये राज्यपाट छोड़ दूं और अपना संपूर्ण जीवन श्री कृष्ण के कमल चरणों में व्यतीत कर दूं।
पर महाराज, क्या हमसे कोई भूल हुई है?
अरे नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ भी नहीं है। ये मनुष्य जीवन हम अपना पूरा ही है ना, वर्ण और आश्रम, ये दोनों में सोचकर अपना मन लगाते हैं, उसमें मन लगाने का प्रयत्न करते हैं। लेकिन जब तक हमारा पूर्ण मन श्री कृष्ण के कमल चरणों और उनकी सेवा में नहीं बीतेगा, जीवन के अंतिम समय में हमें श्री कृष्ण का स्मरण ही नहीं होगा, जो कि उचित तो है ही नहीं।
परंतु महाराज, आपके राज्य का?
मुझसे पहले मेरे पूर्वज संभालते थे ना, उन्होंने अपना पूरा कार्यभार मेरे कंधों पर सौंपा। अब मेरा पुत्र है, वो संभालेगा, वह भी अनुकूल है। मैं बस यह आशा करता हूँ कि आप मेरी सहमति दे, इन सब में सहायता करें।
जी महाराज, अवश्य देंगे।
महाराज भरत, शास्त्रों के हिसाब से अब अपना राज्य का त्याग करके गंडकी नदी के किनारे भगवान श्री कृष्ण की भक्ति के लिए लग जाते हैं। वो अपना पूर्ण दिन कार्य केवल भगवान की सेवा, भगवान की भक्ति में बिताते हैं। ऐसे ही एक दिन वो भगवान की सेवा के लिए तत्पर थे। संध्या का समय था और वो अपना गायत्री जप कर रहे थे। उसी समय वो देखते हैं कि एक गर्भवती हिरण वहाँ से शेर के डर से गुजरती हुई नदी को पार करने की कोशिश करती है, किंतु वह वहीं अपने बच्चे को जन्म देती है और मृत्यु को प्राप्त होती है। भरत महाराज उस हिरण को देखते हैं और उसके प्रति सहानुभूति दिखाते हैं।
अरे ओहो, ये हिरण को तो देखो, और इसकी माता मर गई और ये बच्चा हिरण असहाय है। ये क्या करेगा अब? ये तो अकेला है, यहाँ तो और कोई भी नहीं। अभी मुझे ही इसे आश्रय देना होगा। चलो मैं इसे आश्रम ले चलता हूँ। ओहो, कितना सुंदर है ये, कितना छोटा है। इसे भूख लगी होगी, मैं इसके लिए घास लेकर आता हूँ। ओहो, कितना प्यारा है। काल के चक्र में ये तो बेचारा अनाथ हो गया है। ना को इसके माता पिता है, ना बंधु भ्राता। अब तो बस मैं ही हूँ इसका, तो मैं ही इसे बड़ा करूँगा, इसको खिलाऊंगा पिलाऊंगा। चलो हिरण, साथ में खाते हैं। चलो हिरण, जंगल में खेलने चलते हैं। चलो हिरण, गंडकी नदी के यहाँ नहाने जाते हैं। चलो हिरण, मेरे साथ चलो। अब अरे, श्री कृष्ण की सेवा का वक्त हो गया है, किंतु ये भी तो है मेरे पास, किंतु ये असहाय है, अकेला है। मैं इसे नहीं छोड़कर जा सकता। श्री कृष्ण की सेवा कुछ समय बाद ही कर लेता हूँ। जानता हूँ कि ये मेरे भक्ति में बाधा बन रहा है, पर क्योंकि इसने मेरी शरण ली है, मैं इसे छोड़ भी तो नहीं सकता। इसका तो कोई नहीं है, इसका सब कुछ मैं ही तो हूँ। चलो हिरण, साथ में चलो।
इस तरीके से कई दिन और कई महीने बीत जाते। भरत महाराज, जिन्होंने अपना राज्य, अपने बच्चे, अपना इतना बड़ा साम्राज्य सब कुछ त्याग दिया, अब वो एक हिरण के मोह में पड़ गए। कई दिन कई महीने हिरण के साथ ही बीते, बिना श्री कृष्ण का स्मरण किए। उसी समय एक समय अचानक ऐसा आया।
अरे, हिरण कहाँ चला गया? मेरा प्यारा, मेरा पुत्र समान हिरण कहाँ चला गया? वो जंगल में खो तो नहीं गया? अरे, उसे कोई शेर खा तो नहीं लेगा? कोई और प्राणी उसे ठेस तो नहीं पहुंचाएगा? उसका क्या होगा मेरे बगैर? वो घास कहाँ से ढूंढेगा? वो कहाँ से कुछ खाएगा? और मैं उसे फिर से देख पाऊंगा या नहीं? उसे फिर से घास खिला पाऊंगा या नहीं? अरे, इस हिरण के सुंदर पद चिन्ह मुझे दिख रहे हैं और इससे धरती बड़ी लाभान्वित हो रही है। ओहो, मेरा हिरण।
इस तरह भरत महाराज अंतिम समय हिरण का स्मरण करते हुए अपना देह त्याग देते हैं। जिस स्थिति में उन्होंने केवल हिरण का ध्यान रखते हुए अपनी कृष्ण भक्ति को आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए था, वहाँ पे वो उस हिरण के मोह में पूर्ण तरीके से खो गए और अंतिम समय कृष्ण का स्मरण किए बिना उन्होंने अपना देह त्याग दिया। हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू।
A big round of applause for all the participants. Thank you. So have we actually understood what is overthinking and should we not overthink? I think we hear it on daily basis, Instagram, on Facebook, we get quotes, we should not overthink. But do we actually follow it? So we actually, in some cases, you're right, we do. But then we do it for 1 day or maybe 1 hour or 2 days. उसके बाद भूल जाते हैं, याद नहीं रहता है ना? So make it more understand and to make it more easy for us, we have a very, very special speaker today. She is none other than Dr. Reena Patel. A big round of applause for her. I would request Mataji to please come on the dais. So before we go ahead, I would request Harshada to please welcome Mataji with Radha Rani's garland. Thank you. Let us chant Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So I would like to give a small brief on Mataji's little history. So she did her ENT from St. GS Medical College, which is KM Hospital today, in the year 1999. She then did her further qualifications from Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons, London in 2005. She is currently serving at Bhaktivedanta Hospital as an ENT surgeon since 23 years. She has been started her spiritual journey in the year 1994. She got initiated in the year 1996 and she got married in the year 2000 and she has a son who's in the first year of his engineering. Today, over all these years, she has been sharing her spiritual knowledge and her experience with all youngsters like us. And she and her husband have been serving as mentors from the past 12 years. So we are very, very fortunate to have Mataji and to listen to her words and how we can stop overthinking in our daily life. So over to you, Mataji. Thank you. Hari Bol.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, a warm welcome to everybody for this Chetana festival. In fact, the last Chetana festival of the year 2023. Yes? And really actually grateful that you all have taken out your precious time to be with us this evening. And today happened to be a very auspicious day of Ekadashi, where all of you are witnessing the beautiful divine darshan of Shri Radha Gopinath, Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Gopalji, Srila Prabhupada. And it is, believe me, it's very fortunate and rare to get the opportunity to have darshan of the Lord on such an auspicious day. So you have come, you participated in beautiful kirtan, and we witnessed a fantastic drama. Everybody liked? Yeah. So for this now, maybe around 45 minutes, we will be just discussing, as Priya was mentioning, that it's a day-to-day affair. Now, one may think that there is ample of information available on YouTube and Google, and you Google and everything is available. So why? It's boring to discuss the similar topics again and again. But believe me, like why I thought of this topic. Actually, when Ishita, she called me up that Mataji, for next month, aapka hai, can you give me the topic? And that time, I was just reading some news, and that pained my heart and kind of broke my heart. The news was that 29th student in Kota, apparently a NEET aspirant, has committed suicide. And then I was like, okay, for all of you who don't know, Kota is actually a leading coaching institute in India, where all the students, especially in the field of science, they dream to get into medicine, IITs, and they stay there as a residential course, away from family, away from parents, and just day and out, study to score those exams. And highest in the history in this entire year of 2023, there were 29 students who actually succumbed their lives. So it actually pained my heart that we don't know on a larger scale how much we can help, but I thought that let me share that how one should not really harm their lives because of overthinking and stress. And you can share this knowledge with your friends, your relatives, and in that way, slowly, like a squirrel or, we can try to spread the positivity and help the society. So with that, we will just start the discussion and hope this helps all of us. Because it is not that, definitely it's a disease, overthinking, but it is not that only particular people are affected by overthinking. It is all of us will succumb once in a while, 100%. And how we should protect ourselves and not actually succumb to the extreme condition. So with that, overthinking, I would just tell you one story that this is a true story. That I know one of my friend, her colleague, she was into working in a multinational company in Bangalore. And as you all are aware, like how as the year ends, then there is a time of appraisal. That's the time, you get the promotion, increments, that, oh, we are very happy with the entire year of your performance and we would want you to really upgrade your scale and blah, blah, blah. So this girl, she went for the appraisal meeting and to her, not a good surprise, but to her unfortunate or a bad luck, she did not get anything. Neither the upgradation of the post, nor the increment in the salary, nothing. Kind of, a cold interview or a cold meeting, resulting in not something what she expected. And then she went into this cycle of negative thoughts. Overthinking as a dictionary meaning is basically the cycle of negative thoughts. One after the other, you will keep on thinking the same issue, but in an extreme negative way, you will keep thinking. So she actually started thinking that maybe, people are playing politics and they are having some conspiracy against me. They are envious of me. They don't want me to go ahead. And then the cycle went on to such an extent that she actually thought that I think these office people, they don't want me to be alive, They are playing a game that they want to kill me. They are playing some tricks against me. So and that went to so much extent that she actually landed up giving resignation. That I don't want to work with you. Started staying at home. She didn't have courage to even change the company or change her job in some other environment which would have made her happy. She started staying at home. And then she started getting the ridiculing behavior by the family members. That क्या पागल हो गई है क्या? ऐसा एक कंपनी में नहीं मिला तो अब ऐसा थोड़ी है, life doesn't come to an end. You start working in some other place. It's a very common this thing the people will react or respond to, right? Such a situation. now she was already dwelling into the ocean of negative thoughts. So instead of taking those advices positively, she is thinking that I think even my family members, all they want is my money. They are not at all willing that I should be happy. What I am going through, they are not understanding. Maybe they also want that I should die. So she stopped talking to family members. She stopped looking at everybody. I mean, slowly, she became so affected that she actually started locking herself in her bedroom. She stopped coming out. Every day, like morning tea, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything would just go below the door. Aise sarka ke, she would eat, the whole things will come out, and that's how things were going on. And then it again still progressed to the worst thing, that she started doubting that maybe, what if the food and whatever is coming, it has some poison. I don't think I can risk my life. I don't think I'm going to eat from tomorrow. So she stopped eating, drinking, and finally she was actually put into asylum to get recovered. So what I mean to say is that the cycle of negative thoughts can really drive a person crazy. Yeah? If not taken care of or if not watched for. So you may say that overthinking to ho hi jata hai na. Abhi as Priya said, that she went, like I also got a phone call because I also missed one train. I am coming from Media Road and I'm like, oh, I am at Bombay Central. So I was also thinking, will I get a taxi? Otherwise late ho jayega. So that little bit of anxiety, overthinking is okay. We all go through it. But dwelling into that negative cycle and thinking the same thing in such a way that it causes so much of harm than help. Like if you see thinking is the most important phenomena which differentiates human being from animals. Do we agree? Yeah? Scriptures say that animals and humans, they both do these 4 activities called eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Okay? It is just that the human beings, they do it in a very, very sophisticated manner, and animals, they do it in a absolutely gross manner. But thinking is the phenomena which will differentiate. It is that human being, he thinks, athato brahma jigyasa, that who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? What is the goal of my life? So we think, right? So now you may say that, Mataji, this can also lead to overthinking. That we are thinking that, yeah, I mean, is it what I meant for? That, okay, I study, then I do a job, then I get married, then I have children, then I become old, then I die, then I take another birth. So you can also actually overthink, right? So this is actually not called overthinking. This is called deep thinking. There is a difference between overthinking and deep thinking. You will see even the scientists who do research, they also think. But this is deep thinking. And deep thinking will give rise to feelings like eagerness, excitement, adventurous mood. Whereas the overthinking will give rise to feelings like fear, anxiety, agitatedness. So what type of feelings we are going through will make us understand that are we succumbing to overthinking or are we succumbing to deep thinking. Deep thinking is something which is helpful for our progress, and overthinking is something which is going to cause a lot of harm to our life. Yeah? So with this, let us understand that what are the, like girls commonly, what do we overthink about? Anybody? Why particularly discuss this topic in Chetana? Come on. There's no need to fear. Yes. Career, okay. Beauty. I was just thinking, why nobody is talking about beauty? Huh? Why we are so concerned that, oh, what is the complexion of our skin? Oh no, my hairs are so rough and I don't even feel like touching them. What do I do to make it very nice and glossy and flowing? But I don't want to do those artificial straightening. They ruin my hair. I did it once, but then I don't want to do it. You know, all these thoughts. I want to be slim and fit. Huh? Oh gosh, when you eat pizzas and burgers, you don't realize it gets deposited on your waist. But then you feel when you want to wear nice ghagra cholis for the functions and you feel, wow, you know, how do I look? In fact, today only I had one patient, 26-year-old boy, young boy. He couldn't even fit on my examination table. And like he said, I'm feeling breathless. And I just happened to ask him that, aren't you worried about your weight? He said, that's why I've come here. Because I decided that I want to do jogging, and I tried also. I was 180, I have become now 178 kg. He said, but now I feel very breathless, so I can't walk. I say, you should have thought this when you were 80 and not 180. Huh? He was literally this huge, no exaggeration. Absolutely no exaggeration. I was wondering, I'm like, what do you do that you cannot even, you know, control yourself so much? So what I mean to say is that, you know, everyone wants to look beautiful, right? So beauty, career, friendship, right? Career, if you think, in fact, nowadays any career you take, whether it is a teaching career, whether it is a health professional, whether it is about finance, arts, painting, each and every person, how do they do publicity? Through social media. Putting things on Instagram and Facebook. And in fact, one of my colleague, she happened to meet me a few years back, and she was sharing. She said that this Facebook is really made my life very miserable. I said, why? What happened? She said, you remember that other girl? She was a backbencher and she would hardly score nice grades or whatever in the school days. But now she's in a very, very successful career, you know. Every 4-5 months she will travel overseas for some presentation, and she posts such nice things on the Facebook. So I really feel that, you know, I'm so unsuccessful. And then I was just, because since, you know, as I said, you know, we want to share this knowledge with everyone. And I was just trying to help her out. I said, you know what? It is not that you don't see only the one side of the coin. Because everything is, we don't see all dimension on social media. Yeah, we just see the two-dimensional, nice, with the batti si dikha ke, the nice, beautiful smile, and, you know, some awards and some this and some that. So what was the thing was that female who was working, whom this girl was thinking that she's so successful, she had completely broken married life. Completely. She was separated, and then she had to work very hard to maintain herself and her child. So I said, see, nobody posts sad news on the social media. Does anybody post, अरे आज मेरा मूड बहुत खराब है, ये ने हो गया, झगड़ा हो गया, मम्मी ने ये बोल दिया, वो बोल दिया? Nobody, right? We all want to post that life is very beautiful. So this, when we just rely on this externals, this leads to overthinking and trouble in our own consciousness. So these are the common things as a girl we think about. Now let's see that what are the causes. 1 minute, I didn't do this. Yeah, as we said, there is the girl in a red shirt. She is doing overthinking, and that she is also deep thinking. So overthinking is basically the cycle of negative thoughts, right? So mind actually, we had this Bharat Maharaj's mind. Where is she? She's gone to probably wash her face. Huh? So mind, what is the quality of mind? Anybody can? To think, yes. To think. Playful, okay. To make different stories, excellent. Chanchal. Imagine, excellent, excellent. React, yeah. Okay. So mind, basically, there are lots of thoughts which cross the mind every second, every moment, every minute, every hour. And it is said that in a day, around 70 to 80,000 thoughts, they cross the mind. Now, many thoughts are quite usual, like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, I have to catch 8:30 train, to get ready, I have to have breakfast, I have to pack my tiffin. These are usual thoughts, which all of us have. But it is said that there are 3 types of thoughts which are very, very deadly, and they are harmful and lead to this overthinking disease. So the first is called catastrophizing thoughts. Catastrophizing thoughts means what? They think of the worst possibility. Like, for example, if somebody has a headache, now that could be because few days were hectic, overwork, some journals had to be completed, some targets had to be accomplished. So there was inadequacy in sleep, right? Naturally, you will have some headache. But imagine with just headache of 1 or 2 days, when you yourself know the reason, still the mind will drive you crazy and you will think that brain tumor ho gaya hai. CT scan, MRI करा लेते हूँ. And actually, I have witnessed so many times patients, they come, मैडम सब कुछ करवा लिया है, सब इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर लिया है, ये देखो CT scan, MRI, and then I see and I am like, did any physician or any doctor advised you to do this? And नहीं मैडम, हमने खुद से ही जाके करवा लिया. ठीक है, थोड़ा पैसा जाएगा, but at least मन को तो शांति मिल जाएगी कि सब नॉर्मल है. And then you feel sad that my God, for mind, like I have to explain that just for the tasalli of mind, forget about spending money. You are exposing your body to radiations, which is so very harmful to do CT scans. But this is how the mind will drive you crazy. Yeah? That you think of the worst possible situations. Then second category are black and white thoughts. 2 extreme situations. You will see that suppose, in college, everyone has a boyfriend, girlfriend. In fact, sometimes you overthinking, one of the reason is you feel, arre baap re, mere paas hi nahi hai, all my friends have boyfriends, they go to party, and how do I go? I don't have any company, it's so boring, then depressing thoughts. So, this, in an affair, when a boy and a girl, they like each other, they can do anything for each other. Extreme situations. They feel, they make imaginations and the dreams that, okay, we'll get married and do this and that. But then, due to some reason, they realize that, okay, the alliance will no longer go ahead. And then we see that the other extreme situation, they don't mind killing each other. Yeah? We have read so many articles in the news. Acid fake diya, body chopped, and so many things, right? So this is like, imagine if you love somebody, can you even think of harming that person? But these are called black and white thought. And the third is personalized thought. That whatever is happening, negative, you think you are responsible. You feel guilty. That, arre, if I am not there, like we saw in Bharat Maharaj's drama, he became so obsessed with the deer that he thought that nobody can take care of deer other than me. If I am not there, who will feed him? Who will put him to rest? Who will take care of him? Who will protect him? Means just personalized thought. So these all three types of thoughts are basically put together as negative thoughts, and they are responsible for leading to tremendous amount of overthinking and the consequences of all the events that follows. So what are the causes? Of course, these are negative thoughts, but what are actual causes of overthinking? Excessive fear. Because of what? Because of unrealistic expectation. As we began the class, that imagine all the students going to quota, thinking that it's like, you may have a bread making machine, and then they give you the measurement that, okay, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of ghee, and you put your baking soda, you put it for 4 hours, and the machine may say the loaf of bread will come out, right? Now, is school, college, or coaching institutes, are they like factory which produces children with good grades? Is it possible? If a child or a student does not have that capacity, is it possible for the coaching classes to, suppose somebody has a capacity to score 75%. Maybe, with the help and with some hard work, that person can go up to 85. But you expect that, no, 99. Below that is not expectable. Below that is not acceptable. So that is something called as unrealistic expectation. So when somebody has unrealistic expectation, that leads to excessive fear. And that leads to this negative cycle thoughts and overthinking. Okay. Second reason is unhealthy comparison and peer pressure. Do any one of us here have experienced peer pressure? Raise your hand if you have experienced. Oh, only few. I feel we have experienced at ample amount of times, not even once, right? Right from the school days. What is peer pressure? Exam hai, mummy पूछेगी, अच्छा बेटा, how was your maths paper? Mama, it was tough. सबका खराब गया. Have you experienced this? Yeah? सबका खराब गया. Right? Basically, you want to make sure that you are not the only one. Otherwise, you're going to get some shouting from mama. Why? You didn't study properly. That's why you goofed up. This, that. But the first statement you want to say is, sabka kharab gaya. That means peer pressure. That's subtle form of peer pressure. So unhealthy comparison. It's like, you can say that, somebody is, there is a nice story which comes to my mind. That there was a school meant for animals. Yeah? And in that, all the animals were given admission. Aisa no some entrance test or no criteria. So the school had a puppy, the rabbit, eagle, fish, baby elephant, sab log. And their passing criteria is that, they were tested for running, flying, swimming, and walking. Imagine now, each student had to pass in all the subjects. So now, how the fish would have flied? Can fish fly? No. Can elephants swim? But That was a condition. And imagine their parents, you know, having a parents association, parent forum, and they're like, अरे come on, fish के parents बोलेंगे बहुत swimming कर लिया, अभी भागो, भागने का practice करो. हाँ, that's how the parents we do, right, with our children. We do, अरे सिर्फ मैथ से पढ़ते रहेगा क्या? हिस्ट्री कौन पढ़ेगा? And sports, you are such a dumbo in sports. You have to, अरे music, how can you not learn music? Means you want everything. Why? Because you are comparing. So unhealthy comparisons can lead havoc. Overthinking and completely making the life miserable. Trauma. Childhood trauma. Now, we can say that few years back, this was the issue with West. That many times when children, they go to school, they have 2-3 mothers, 2-3 fathers. Because separate हो गए, divorce हो गए, married नहीं है and unmarried बच्चा है. This is very, very common. But little do we know that so blindly and with the influence of social media, even we all are also running towards West to a great, great extent. And these things have become common even in India. So this childhood trauma, extramarital affairs, these things also can give rise to tremendous amount of stress, anxiety, overthinking disease. Yeah. Yeah. So what are the signs and symptoms? Anybody, how do you know that this person is going through overthinking? So as we discussed, like, you know, a person who will be dwelling into negative thoughts will appear to be very lost. Aisa, he'll not be able to have a eye-to-eye contact. He'll feel very fatigued, tired. And because all the time the brain is functioning. It is in fact, in the year 2017, there was one article which was published in Journal of Psychology, which said that women, they tend to have much more overthinking than men. Why? Because women's brain is much more active. Now, if we see the positive side of it, then that is true. Because we must have seen that a girl, a woman, a lady can go through any amount of stress. In fact, she's multitasking personality. She can take care of so many things at a time. We can see that a widow mother can raise the entire family by doing hard work. But a male who has lost his spouse finds it very difficult. Because unka one-sided brain chalta hai. The woman's brain, woman is blessed by the Supreme Lord to actually have much more talent and much more ability to do lot of things. But if we, instead of utilizing in a positive way, if we succumb to overthinking and harm ourselves, our near and dear ones, and the society in general, then it's just the unfortunate situation, right? So a person, signs and symptoms, yeah, as I said, you know, they will have lot of headache, body ache, sleepless nights, and not able to make decisions. They lose their appetite. They just don't feel hungry. So digestive system gets completely chaotic. And then, because of these things, what happens is that such a person actually does not live in present. What happens is, what are the consequences of a person affected with overthinking? That they actually forget to live in present. They always dwell in past and worry about the future. Dwell in past कि अच्छा किसी को कुछ बोल दिया तो you will always keep thinking अरे how I wish, you know, I shouldn't have told like this. Be I've heard and now never things are going to, you know, be right. And always worry about future. Always worry about future. Like again with this one small story comes to my mind that once there was, this story is from Panchatantra. How many of you used to like reading Panchatattva. At least maybe for your smaller siblings or some nephews or niece also you must have told them stories from that. So one story that there's one landlord who is is desiring that now enough I have worked and I wish to retire. So he calls for his minister and he tells, "Arey Mantri ji, jara dekho, like how much wealth is there in our treasury, because I think now I want to relax and live a little cool life. Bahut kaam kar liya." So then the minister, he goes and he comes back with a broad smile on his face and he says, "Arey, Sethji, it's a fantastic good news. You know what? You can retire right now. You can retire right now because our treasury has wealth which can support your 5 generations without any stress, any tension. They don't have to work at all and they can lead a comfortable life, all 5 generations." So he was happy, but suddenly got into the dwelling of negative thoughts. He's telling, "Acha, only 5 generation? 6 generation ka kya hoga? And the way the world is going, they will not study well, they will have bad company, they will not have good jobs, then how will they maintain themselves?" And he went into that stress and anxiety. Then who will take care of the 6th generation? And his health really deteriorated so much that, there's like kings used to have these rajarshis. So then the sage comes, and he sees that, my God, the sage's halat is really, really bad. So then he gives a small solution. He says, you do one thing, that you feed extremely downtrodden and poor children and feed them excellent food. So he agreed that, okay, I'll do that. So then he told his minister that सब गरीब बच्चों को जितने भी शहर में सबको लेके आओ. And then he made of ऐसा 56 course items and nice. And the children who all came for that feast, they were really, really poor. Poor means like beggars' children. Means they don't even know that evening what they will eat. They came for the lunch meal for this sage's house. And they were all very blissful and joyful. So looking at them, this sage's mind started coming to, some sense. He was wondering, he said, how, you all have no idea as to what you will eat in the evening, then how you all are so happy? He said, अरे अभी का मिला ना, ऐसा भगवान कुछ अरेंज करेंगे शाम का भी, शाम की चिंता अभी क्यों करो, इतना मस्त है, जरा एंजॉय करो. So living in present, without worrying so much about future. One should plan, but one should not over worry. There is a difference between planning and worrying. Yeah. So live in present. Whereas what happens, overthinking, it prevents a person from living in present. It takes away your time and productivity. Imagine the time you can work, you can utilize it for something positive. You are just thinking. As that girl. Now, okay, this time she did not get promotion. Maybe she would have had some creative ideas or done something, taken help of somebody, that what should I do so that the next year appraisal I can get promotion. How do I impress people? Something she could have thought of. Instead, she went into, so she lost all her time, her productivity, everything. Now, it is not that it is only as a Jivatma, we only get affected by this. Like we have this story from scriptures as well. We see that Arjuna, before Mahabharata war, he also went through the similar situation. He started thinking that, oh my God, what will I do gaining the kingdom? For that I have to kill all my near and dear ones. Instead, better that I remain like a mendicant in the forest. And then his limbs started shivering, and then he kept his Gandiva aside and he just sat down, collapsed. It's like nothing. My mind cannot think anything further. That how do I go ahead from this? And what he does? He approaches Krishna for wisdom. He approaches Krishna for wisdom. There's a beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 2nd canto, 2.7. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prichhami tvam dharma samuda cheta yachreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyaste hamshadi mam tvam prapannam. That he approaches Krishna saying that I have actually lost my mental thought process. I am in a completely confused state. Please guide me. Okay. So, third effect is that overthinking amplifies the problem. वो राई का पहाड़ बना देता है. वेरी कॉमन फ्रेज वी हैव हर्ड ना. अरे क्या छोटी छोटी बातों को इतना बड़ा चढ़ा के बोलते हैं तुम लोग. वी टेल वेरी वेरी कैजुअली. अरे इसने तो राई का पहाड़ बना दिया. So similarly, when we get into overthinking, we actually tend to magnify or amplify the problem. Again, one story comes to my mind of Sri Hanumanji. Hanumanji, he went through all the obstacles. When he crossed the ocean to reach Lanka in search of Mother Sita, he went through so many difficulties, so many demons came, and he kind of defeated everybody and he made his way to Lanka. But in Lanka, when he was searching for Mother Sita and he could not find her, then at one point of time, he went through this. Sri Valmiki Ramayana explains that he actually went into overthinking. What he started thinking, ki, my God, if I don't find Sita Maya, then how will I break this news to Sri Ram? And if ऐसा दिल पे पत्थर रख के if I break this news to Sri Ramchandra, and then hearing this ghastly news, Ramchandra will give up his life. And looking at Ramchandra giving up his life, then Lakshman will think, what is the use of my life? मेरा तो जीने का purpose only is to actually serve my brother. So looking at him, even Sri Lakshman will die. And then as soon as Bharat and Shatrughna will come to know that Ram and Lakshman are no more, Bharat had told that even one moment you come late other than those 14 years, then I will give up my life. You have to come exactly after 14 years. So he said, the moment Bharat and Shatrughna will come to know, they will give up their life. Now the mothers, Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi, they will know that all their 4 children are no more. What will impel them to live? And then the whole Ayodhya Vasis will die. And he went into this spell, Hanumanji. And then suddenly, of course, Hanumanji is the eternal servant of Lord Ram. So suddenly he came to his senses. How am I thinking like this? Okay, I didn't find in this area, I will find in some other area. But I will find Mother Sita. So, amplifies, magnifies the issue. And ultimately, this overthinking kills our happiness. Like we have seen, again, some examples from scripture, that how Kamsa, the great demons, Hiranyakashipu, they had such power, such wealth. Like Hiranyakashipu, he had terrorized the entire universe. He would control demigods. Suppose he would be sitting here and there would be heat. He would just say, Indra, please pour rain here. Make sure that area should not get wet. He had so much power. He could control demigods. But a small 5-year-old boy, he did not listen to his demoniac thought process, and that killed his happiness. We may think that, if somebody is rich, somebody has this and that, there is all happiness. But here are the examples that wealth does not give happiness. It kills happiness. So now coming to the main thing that okay, इतना सारा बोल दिया माताजी, पर क्या करना है? How do we solve this issue? Because this is kind of a day-to-day affair. So how do we solve? So the first thing is, as Arjuna is teaching us, seek help. Yeah? What is it? Seek help of positive association. Very, very important. Yeah? Because if we get positive association, the way Arjuna, he kept Gandiv aside. But when Krishna spoke the entire Bhagavad Gita and explained the whole thing, that how he is fighting to establish dharma, then he came back to all his positive thoughts and he fought the war with full vigor and ultimately turned out to be victorious. Right? So, we need to seek help. Seek help in the form of positive association. Once there was one person who had studied that this is not true only with the great personalities, Each living entity experienced the power of positive association. So there were like 2 groups of seeds. So they were planted at different location in the park. And one group of seeds, they were hearing nice melodious music and they were into very blissful consciousness. They were thinking that, wow, one day we will grow into a beautiful, fragrant, colorful flowers, and all the visitors who would visit this park, they would feel so blissful and so joyful. And then those people who will pluck us and offer at the lotus feet of the Lord, wow, that will be like the perfection of our life. We will be so happy. And like that, they actually turned into a beautiful blossom flowers. Other group of seeds, they were little skeptical. They thought, क्या फायदा इतना सोच के? What, अभी कोई some insect आके खा जाएगा हमको, or some walker will step onto us, then we'll be finished, Blossom flower तो बहुत दूर की बात है. Will not even land up into a small creeper. So ऐसा negative cycle of negative thoughts. And actually, they all turned out to be a very sick and weak plants. And then when the gardener came, he saw that, this group of seeds have turned out to be very, very beautiful flowers. And this group is not so. So what he did was, he lifted all those weak plants and he re-implanted them next to those beautiful plants. And just in some time, all the weak plants also landed up becoming a beautiful blossom, fragrant flowers. So this shows that how even the plants, they experience the power of positive association. So what to talk about all of us? Yeah. Another one, yeah. Can you see here a nail? If you have a nail and you have some small iron files, so do they get attracted to each other? Nail and iron files, they attract or repel? चलो कोई तो बोलो. Exactly, they won't attract. Nail is also iron and iron files are also iron. So they don't attract. But in the second, this thing, what is happening? That the magnet is touched to the nail. So the nail has got the magnetic effect. And because of that, the iron files are getting attracted and attached to that nail. The moment you lift that magnet, all the iron files are falling off again on the table. So what that magnet is? Magnet is actually the positive association. So when we have positive association in our life, then we also get surcharge with the positivity in our life. We spread that positivity. We become enthused. We become hopeful. We become happy. And that's what we want to be. We want to be, right? Yeah. So the first thing is seek help in the form of positive association. Yeah. Next, live in present. Stop dwelling in past and worrying about future. Learn to live in present. So what you can do is sometimes things which are worrying you, dovetail your mind by engaging into positive activities, okay? Into your hobbies. Somebody wants to nicely draw, paint, maybe sit and play musical instrument, sing some songs for the pleasure of the Lord. So many things you can do. So you can just go for a nature walk on a beach, in a forest, and nicely just hear the chirping of the birds. Connect to the present, live in present, and that will solve lot of issues. Yeah. Yeah. Avoid unhealthy competition. As we discussed about that animal school. Don't compare yourself with anybody, because each one of us, kitne hai? How many? Maybe roughly, I don't know, Priya, how many of us are here? 100, 150, more than that? 150 plus. Yeah? We are more than 150 plus. And believe me, Shri Radha Gopinath has blessed each one of us with a unique ability. With a unique ability. Like, can you tell me your name? Vaibhavi. She sang beautiful kirtan, right? Beautiful. It was heart-touching kirtan. So the girls, they did fantastic drama performance. So each one of us are blessed with unique ability. Now, if you think that why my voice is not as good as Vaibhavi, if I had the next Chetana, maybe even I can sing, you know. No, maybe you can play the musical instrument. Not each one of us have to do the same thing. Right? So somebody can be a good artist, somebody can be a good cook, somebody can be a good teacher, each one. And utilize that positive blessings that the Lord has given us, the gift that the Lord has given us to progress in our life ahead. Rather than being morose and comparing. Like if the fish, she swims. She cannot think that, oh, when will I become expert in running? And then her whole life she will keep trying and she'll never be successful. In fact, she will die. Yeah. So never have unhealthy competitions. Yeah. And always have realistic expectation out of us. Yeah. Always have realistic expectation. Because imbalance between aspiration and reality, that is what will lead to a chaos in our life. So we should know that, okay, what is our capacity? Yeah. Somebody, we have so many devotees who will sit and chant 8 hours, 10 hours, 64 rounds, 70 rounds. Not everybody can do that. There are some cooks who will, within 1 hour, they will make the feast ready. Not everybody can do that. So that's fine. That's fair. Each one of us should do what we are good at. Okay. Most important, be grateful and count the blessings that the Lord has given you. Yeah. It is said that, like, I think Shakespeare said, or I'm not sure who, but I had read long time back, that the person who doesn't have a footwear, he feels that, oh, you know, I'm so poor, I can't even afford a footwear. And he is miserable. But as soon as he sees somebody who doesn't have foot, then he feels that, oh, I'm much better. So always count the blessings that the Lord has given us. Right? I'm sure in COVID, all of us experienced that. It was a horrifying period and a horrifying experience where, like, each breath, each liter of oxygen that we were breathing, the patients were breathing, they had to pay lakhs of rupees. Yeah? But here, freely we breathe. Nobody is sending us the bill. At the end of the day, how many liters of oxygen we are breathing in a day? We have no idea. Huh? But it's a gift of the God. So count the blessings. We have got, like today is such a wonderful, the day of Ekadashi, we have come to the temple. Count, be grateful. That it is such a wonderful opportunity to take the darshan of the Lord, to participate in. Now after the class, we will have beautiful dancing kirtan. And please, all of you with your heart dance. Because the last point that I'm going to come to is, because all this overthinking is basically in the mind, right? So, meditation and mindfulness. Mind, as somebody said, chanchalam, right? So, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, when Krishna is telling Arjuna that one should control mind. So, Arjuna is telling that, Krishna, you're telling me to control mind? Mind is so powerful. Chanchala hi mana Krishna pramadi balavat. That it is very, very powerful. It is very, very drid, jiddi hai. It is pramadi, which is dangerous. It is very dangerous. So M is mighty, I is inflexible. It doesn't bend. It is very jiddi. N is it neglects good advices. And D is it damages. So that mind, how do one curb that mind? That mind is curbed by this mantra meditation. By taking shelter of the holy name, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when we chant, when we take shelter, it is said that Srila Prabhupada is teaching us, that how we chant, that when somebody is singing, like when Vaibhavi was singing, we utilize our ears in hearing that holy name. Okay? And when she stops, we sing with our mouth and tongue. So we use all our senses in taking the shelter of this holy name. And in that way, the mind totally gets subdued. It is said that when you do this, the mind becomes best of our friend. Otherwise, the mind is worst of our enemy. Because it will take you anywhere where you don't actually wish to and where you don't desire to go. Yeah? So with that, so we can just recap the solution. Always seek help of positive association. So you can have mentors, counselors, good devotee friends who will encourage. Now Priya will announce next Chetana, come again, get your more friends. Yeah, be always, try to be as much as possible in the positive association. Be in touch with all these girls. Yeah. Second, anybody wants to recap? Live in present. Live in present. So when we are now about to dance in Kirtan, just forget about everything and just dance in Kirtan. No worries about college, homework, mummy, nabi, nothing. Just chant and dance. Okay? What else? Yeah. Then count blessings. Very important. And mantra meditation. Yeah? So with that, I really thank each and every one of you for patiently listening and being with us. And I would be happy if anybody has any comment to add or any queries or any question.
anybody have any questions? Yes. Can you please pass the mic behind?
Come in front. It's okay.
Mic is going behind.
Acha, mic is going behind. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
So I came across this thought. So, for example, I'm very nervous today, and like this is very embarrassing question. Okay. So, if in case I am like looking beautiful today, in case, okay, and
You are already looking beautiful. It is not in case.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm looking beautiful, okay, and there's a sense of ego, like, gets into my mind. I just hate that ego. Like, I just don't want that ego. And then I get depressed about thinking about that ego, that why I'm like this, why I think like this, why I think I am the best. I don't want to think that. That's the issue I'm having right now.
You know what? What is your name?
Shraddha.
Shraddha. You know what, Shraddha? Just because you have this thought that you don't want ego, that thought itself is going to make you more and more and more beautiful. Do you agree? Does everybody agree? Yes? Yeah? Because that will make your heart beautiful. And when the heart becomes beautiful, automatically the external beauty manifests. Huh? So it's a wonderful thought. In fact, people want to be egoistic, but you want to be rid of ego. Huh? So the best thing you can think is that yes, this beauty is, as I said, count the blessing. So you can thank the Lord for giving you this beauty. Because again, as we know, that this material world is not permanent. So nothing is going to be permanent. Like today when we are 20, 25, yes, we will be beautiful. But to maintain that beauty, even at the age of 70 and 75, people do so many things, plastic surgery, this, that, but still, the age is not going to remain hidden. Right? So what you can do is just be very, very grateful. Huh? Be very grateful for what Lord has given you. And that you never misuse that beauty for anything else other than serving the Lord. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
There's one more question here. All those who have questions, can you please raise your hand so we know? So we'll be taking there first, behind, and yours. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We would request you to please say your names so we know.
Myself Aditi.
Aditi.
Yes. So I had a question, like when you spoke about overthinking, the back of the mind, we were still overthinking that how we relate that to our lives.
Sorry, how?
When you spoke about overthinking, back of the mind, the subconscious mind had a thought that how we are relating it with our lives. Like if you relate a situation about studying, how do we relate? So in fact, we also relate with ourselves that we are studying and then we aren't able to do this, we aren't able to do that. So that is basically overthinking and deep thinking. We do simultaneously both of the things. So could be also like if we have some desires or something, anything like that, then we know, or maybe we have some kind of knowledge that we shouldn't be thinking about this or we shouldn't act on this. So we are basically controlling our mind. So is that right or is that wrong is the question.
Calm down, calm down. So, nothing. See, all of above, none of above. So, anyway, nothing to worry. See, overthinking and deep thinking. As when we label the disease as overthinking, it's like you get a fever. But when you test that, okay, it shows the germs of typhoid, then you would label that as a typhoid. Something malaria, then you label it as malaria. So similarly, only when the cycle of negative thoughts does harmful effects, as we studied, then it is labeled as overthinking. Huh? Otherwise, okay, I have an exam and I have, my God, 10 chapters to finish. Okay, what I can do is I'll do 2 today from this subject, because all 10 from the history only, it will become too much for the mind to take it. So I'll do 2 chapters of history, 1 chapter of English, maybe 1 of maths. I divide, I make my timetable. Okay, this much time, I'll study for maybe 1.5 hours. Then I'll take 15 minutes break. I'll maybe have just one stroll down, thoda fresh hawa kha ke aa jaungi. So plan. This is not called overthinking. This is called planning. In that also mind is functioning. But only when the overthinking of negative thoughts, that is the thing which we are talking about, that we should avoid. And that happens when we unnecessarily compare. Like even comparison, I would like to share that when we avoid, as I mentioned, unhealthy comparison. If at all you want to compare with yourself. That okay, in my last exams, I scored this much. So what best I can do to score more? Or am I becoming a better human being than yesterday? Okay, did I do some help to my mom? Am I becoming little obedient? Am I like, I was getting too irritable and too much back answering, not respecting her? Can I, after going from Chetana, what my mother will say, yehi sab sikh ke aati hai kya mandir mein? So okay, if I behave, then maybe mommy will ask, Arre, aaj kya ho gaya mere bitiya ko? How is she so sweet? Like, oh, I heard from Mataji. So okay, these are called positive thinking. And
so when we have regrets, or when we term regrets as a term, like when we overthink and those negative thoughts are termed as regrets. So are those, you are telling that we shouldn't have regrets, or we don't have think like regret?
We may have regrets, we may have overthinking, but we shouldn't drown in that.
Okay.
As in the beginning only I said that all of us must have experienced some or the other time these effects of overthinking. But, like Arjuna, he went through just a fraction of time. It is not that he went as a months and months he was thinking, Arre nahi. Otherwise he wouldn't have come only on the battlefield. Yes. Oh, ready tha, Duryodhan ko marna hi hai, kitna humko sataya hai. He was all, but the moment he saw, okay, his guru is there, his grandfather is there, Bhishma Pitama is, Dronacharya is there, his heart melted and he became what he became. But immediately then he took shelter of Krishna. So yes, it will happen in our life also that sometimes we tend to get into little, ki baap re, this exam I am not at all prepared. And what if I get KT? I won't be able to face my mom, dad, it will be too much. Just break that cycle. Break that cycle at that time itself. Or else approach some of your good friends who can tell you, अरे क्या रे इतना टेंशन लेती है, हो जाएगा. Let's do one thing. अभी time कम है. There are only 4 chapters. You do 2, I will do 2. फिर we will just discuss with each other. हो जाएगा. So that's called the positive help.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you for the session. Mataji, I had 2 questions. First is about uncertainty. I have noticed that uncertainty brings a lot of overthinking, uncertainty about career, about life. You said one always has something in them, right? But if I don't know, what is it? And it creates a lot of overthinking. Oh God, what if I'm good at nothing? And then the second question is, so how to deal with uncertainties? That is what my question is, exactly. And the second question is, one of the solutions was to be in a positive association. I have been coming to ISKCON since I was 10, okay, regularly.
Wow.
So
Tell me your name, please.
Lakshmi Mishra. So I have been coming. So I'm very aware about mantra meditation. I love doing it. But the problem that I face is when I come to temple, I'm very positive. When I chant, I'm very positive. When I'm with positive friends, I'm very positive. I don't overthink. But when I'm alone in my room at night, I tend to overthink. And I don't know how to solve that. Also, one of my friends, she's very good looking, she's very beautiful, very pretty, but her mom always says, oh, you're so fat, you're gaining weight. So in spite of being with positive people, how to stay positive and not overthink when you are in a negative association. And she can't avoid her mom. So how to be positive in negative association. Secondly, how to deal with uncertainties and not overthink in uncertainty. And thirdly,
1 minute. Let's go. One by one. Otherwise, I will only forget that what all questions you ask. Okay, how to be positive in negative association. Yeah, a beautiful story comes to my mind about Prahlad. Do you all know? Yeah, what negative surrounding than what Prahlad went through? True? Yeah. He was born in a demoniac family where his teachers are demons. They are teaching everything about politics and nothing good they are teaching in school. But Prahlad, what he had the positive association in his mother's womb. When he was in his mother's womb, he got the positive association of Sri Narad Muni, his guru, who taught all the positive things about the scripture, about the goal of life, and that he maintained. Now, after that, all the time he was in negative association. So yes, we will always have negative association, positive association, negative association, positive association. But it is up to us to stick to the positive association. And that strength comes by chanting the holy name. Yeah, because Prahlad, not only he himself followed, as I said, that the whole purpose of class is that whatever in our influence, we can spread this positivity with our friends, our relatives. So what Prahlad did, same thing. He even induced his own friends. And then there was a time where his friends also stopped learning from Shanda and Amarka, the demoniac teachers. And they are, we'll follow whatever Prahlad is teaching. So yes, we need to really, strengthen our determination by chanting the holy name. What was the first question? About the uncertainties.
Uncertainties.
Yeah, yes, uncertainties will be there in life. That only actually leads to excessive fear. We always tell, fear of unknown. Fear of unknown. And that also, actually, it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, that when we take shelter of the holy name, it gives us abhayam, fearlessness. Because uncertainty gives us fear. So to become fearless, what we can what we are doing by chanting, we are taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Surrendering. And we are basically depending on what the Lord wants to do with us. We say, Mare Krishna Rakhe ke, Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. Like we have one devotee who is there in our, amongst our friends group. When bomb blast in the trains had happened, that time he was there in the train. He was chanting. वो chanting, train में chanting करते करते, it just dozed off. And then suddenly, by the time he realized, his shirt had blown off, he got, some skin got burnt, his beads had fallen off from his hand. He was alive. He was alive. I mean, this is like a lifelong, unforgettable experience by him. So, uncertainties will be there. Yeah, we don't know that, okay, what if we are met with an accident? We can't keep thinking, अरे मैं नीचे उतरी, मुझे heart attack आ गया तो, फिर मुझे मेरा accident हो गया तो, you will become paralyzed. This is called, excessive thoughts actually paralyze you. But surrendering to the Lord's lotus feet will give you strength to bear any uncertainties. Okay, this is what you want, Lord, I'm fine. But it will happen gradually. It will not happen overnight. We should have patience. It is said that if a lady is pregnant, he says, "Bachcha chahiye." But then you have to wait for 9 months. Only then you can, nice sounds you can hear and nice smile you can see on the child. Right? So patience. That persevere your practice with patience.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Priya,
for
we
the
have
session.
time. हाँ.
We'll take a last question here.
Okay.
My question is that there is always a war between mind and heart. How to deal with that?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes. Hare Krishna.
हाँ.
Thank you for the session. My question is that there is always a war between heart and mind. How to deal with that?
Excellent question. Excellent question. Huh? I would really, very nice question. That there is always a war going on between mind and heart. Yeah. But rather it is, see, mind and heart, most of the time they go synchronizingly. Yeah. It will be always a war between mind and intelligence. Because heart and mind, they work a lot on thoughts, feelings, emotions. And intelligence works on the basis of logic, what is right, what is wrong, right? So when it is said that a very simple A, B, C, D formula, association, reading good books, scriptures, chanting the holy name, and diet, prasad. Always having food which is offered to the Lord. These things, if we follow very, very consistently in our life, then what will happen is the intelligence will become strong in order to subdue the mind. Like Bharat Maharaj, we saw in the drama. The mind was constantly telling, "Arey, kaun wo deer ka khayal rakhega?" But at the same time, that intelligence, suppose it was powerful, that, you have done your duties toward the deer, now is the time for you to perform आरती. वो बोला ना कि अभी कृष्णा की सेवा का टाइम हो गया है. But then he says that नहीं, मैं सेवा बाद में कर लूँगा. I'll do it later on. So instead of that, if the intelligence is strong, then the intelligence will curb the mind that, okay, now is this time. I have to do this. Okay. So that again, with patience, you will be able to, there will always be war between mind and intelligence. And we have to make sure that, okay, there are 10 episodes. Last time or last year, I was able to win in 7 cases with my intelligence. 3 cases, I failed very miserably. Okay, now look ahead. Okay, coming year, I should at least score 9. Try my level best that 9 times I make my intelligence win in the war. Slowly, like that, we have to compete with ourselves.
Second question is that I have always an issue of undecisiveness, that I cannot decide one thing at a time.
Undecisiveness.
Yes.
That you have any particular example which is worrying you? Because undecisiveness is a very common thing. Like, morning you just open the wardrobe and you feel ki red dress pehnu ki green dress pehnu. That is least of the worry or least of the important things.
Thank you.
No, that's what I asked. That do you have anything in particular about indecisiveness? Because there are many things in indecisiveness. Means abhi WhatsApp pe 100 messages hai. Should I reply? Should I not reply? Decision making, right? So you should by and large think about the subjects which are important in life. About decision making. Like, okay, now tomorrow, whether you have to get married to this boy or that boy, that's a very important question.
Yes.
Then that decision, you should definitely seek help. Seek help and don't have faith on your own mind and your own intelligence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Naam bolna.
My name is Swarupa.
Swarupa.
Thank you for your time and such wonderful session today. My question is very short. You spoke about breaking the cycle it often happens with me personally that, you know, I go on an overthinking spree, but I am unable to break that cycle, even if I want to. Like, I try my best. I try to engage in some activity, or, you know, I try to talk to some of my friends who, as you said, that, you know, try to associate with positive association. I do that, but then when I come back, it's again like, you know, the worry comes, and it's very difficult to break that cycle sometimes. So, like, any suggestions to, like, that, how to break that cycles?
You can't break, but the moment that you said, see, you're already breaking. You yourself have answered your question, that by talking to friends, or by maybe engaging in some positive activity. So you're already trying. That means you're aware that you're not on a spree. You're not on a negative thoughts, ride. So you're already breaking. You just do it more. Just do it more. Now, like, we have such nice lectures from Chopati. If you visit ISKCON Chopati site, then you can listen to some lectures, or just nothing goes, hear beautiful kirtan. Just put it on a phone. Keep hearing the holy name. You will automatically become calm down. Your cycle will break. Because that will make you live in present. You will hear. So hearing will engage your senses. So automatically your mind, which is the sixth sense, will get subdued.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do we have any more questions? Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam.
Name bolo na.
Hare Krishna, myself Khushi.
Vrishi.
Khushi.
Khushi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sorry.
So, we request you to please keep the mic a little up. So there is a possibility that I have a question and somebody else also asks it. So I would request the person who's asking the question to please speak loudly so people in the behind also can hear it. Thank you.
Okay, so I would give my example that I'm a bit habituated with negative thoughts, because it happens sometimes that around me everything is peace. Okay, everything is everybody is happy, I'm happy, but suddenly my mind, search a way to, be distressed. Like Radhanath Maharaj also said once that, mind finds a way to negative thoughts and distress. And my negative thought have such power that even if I'm happy, after a few minutes, I start crying. And that is severe, because that negative thought is so severe that every time I had tears in my eyes, thinking that, Khushi, this won't happen, so be little bit Khushi, because my name is Khushi, so you should try a way, na? But that's not happening. It is exact the opposite way. And I'm being so habituated now that sometimes I do it purposely. That I want to be negative. I want to make my mind negative. And then afterward I need to find a way that nahi baba nahi hone wala, chhod de us baat ko. But still, I'm enjoying it, that thing. So this has been habituated, and I've been in this control almost, it's been years. So how should I find a way?
You know what, actually you are speaking the heart of practically many girls here. Because, as the nature of the material world, it is called dukkhalayam ashashvatam. So it is natural to be negative. It becomes very natural. You said that you even enjoy. It is natural to be negative. It is said that when you are in an ocean, you can drown. But to swim against the current, you have to make an effort. So a living entity, a Jivatma, has to make an effort to be positive. And that effort becomes easy in the positive company and positive association. Because to be positive is not natural. Why it is not natural? Actually, it is natural. Because we are, it would be a different class altogether, but just to tell you in glimpse, that we actually are spirit soul. A living entity is a spirit soul and not the body. But because we think on the bodily platform, that is why so many fears, so many uncertainties, so many negative thoughts. If we think that yes, we are actually a spirit soul who are part and parcel of the Lord, and it is said that like how suppose the salt's basic nature is salty, sugar's basic nature is sweet, chili's nature is hot. Yeah, it is their identities. So what is the soul's identity? What is the soul's nature? Soul's nature is Jivera Swarupe Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. So serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is actually the nature of a Jivatma. But because we have forgotten that and we are thinking only on a bodily platform, so it is natural to go on a negative sprees. And we have to make an effort to become positive, not only come out of the bodily concept, we have to become positive in reminding ourselves that we are actually the spirit soul. We are actually here to serve the Lord. So in that, again, with the positive practice, positive association, you will be able to achieve that. So don't feel despondent. It is natural. Not only you are going through it, millions, including myself.
Actually, I've been in many devotees association too. I mean, I have been. I've already got devotees association too. Even I share that such thoughts have been coming in my mind. So they tell me that you should engage yourself with some activities.
Exactly.
That's what you said today. And they also told me that even devotees go through many circumstances, and
100%.
my life is not been started yet now. So, but before that only, I'm too negative about myself that even my enemy won't think negative about me.
Again, na, see, when you go to too much of negative thought, na, then again you have to count the blessings. Like as when you will always feel that, oh, I have so much to suffer and my surroundings are not good. And I only wish if I had so many resources, then maybe I would have been happy. There is no end to such thoughts and such desires because ideal things never happen. And it is not that if we are devotees, like Pandavas were devotees of Krishna. They went through so many negative things in their lives. But those negative incidences only brought them closer and closer to Krishna. So as I answered to, I don't remember the name of that girl who asked that how surrendering to the Lord's desire and Lord's will help us overcome all these negative thoughts and go more and more closer to the Lord.
Thank you. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mic, beta. I can't. My ears are not
Actually,
that
I'm
powerful.
continue overthinking and how to stop thinking that again it's the same thinking. So how to stop thinking? So that's why I'm continuous thinking and thinking.
Sorry. Can you repeat the question?
हेलो हाँ एक्चुअली मैं जब थिंकिंग करने के लिए जाती हूँ ना तो वो हाउ टू स्टॉप मतलब मैं कैसे स्टॉप करूँ ये थिंकिंग इसलिए अगेन मैं वही सेम थिंकिंग करती है हाउ टू स्टॉप मतलब उसके अगेन एंड अगेन वो वही थिंकिंग हो जाती है
नहीं थिंकिंग बंद नहीं करना है
थिंकिंग में ओवर थिंकिंग हो जाता है
बिकॉज थिंकिंग बंद करेंगे तो डम हो जाएंगे ओवर थिंकिंग अबाउट नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स उसको बंद करना है ओके डीप थिंकिंग ज्यादा भी किया तो देयर इज नो हार्म इट विल ओनली हेल्प यू पॉजिटिवली नेगेटिव थिंग्स बंद करना है as I gave the example about studies that okay you feel negative में the student will think कि बाप रे if I don't score that means मेरे को अच्छा कॉलेज नहीं मिलेगा मीन्स अच्छा जॉब नहीं मिलेगा मीन्स अच्छा स्पाउस नहीं मिलेगा फिर my life is waste and then go into that is called the negative spree you go on a ride of negative thoughts but thinking that okay 15 चैप्टर करना है ना of course करना है you have to plan. Here we are not discussing that okay thinking नहीं करना है मैं बस बैठ के YouTube पे मूवी देखेंगे क्या that will not help us so negative spree पे नहीं जाना है.
So since we had so many questions, I am sure everybody's thinking horses are on and everybody's overthinking today. No, but Exactly. So I think on behalf of all of us, I can really think that today's topic was very, very relevant, because I think whatever age we are, or whatever bracket we are, or whatever sector we are, this is a very, very important issue. So thank you, Mataji. On behalf of all of us, thank you so much for your time and energy. And let us all thank Mataji with a big round of applause.
Thank you all for really patient listening and such enthusiastic participation. And let us now, as all of us are overthinking so much, let us dwell into our nice dancing kirtan, and that will remove all the worries. Yeah. So just really request each one of you to participate very, very enthusiastically in kirtan. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Let us all thank Mataji traditionally by loudly chanting Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Thank you. So before we begin to our dancing kirtan, I'll take you one short minute. So since we had so many questions, I understand there will be more questions, but we are short of time. So we have our YouTube channel called as ISKCON Chopati. So you all can delve into the YouTube lectures, maybe while traveling or going around. You all can listen to podcast or YouTube channels there. Apart from that, we have our own Chetana community. So all those who are not a part of that community, you all can please meet me or Ishita. We are more than happy to add you in the community. Apart from that, we have our next Chetana festival. I'm sure all of you all have received this invite e-cards. So this next Chetana festival is in the new year on 13th January. It's on the Purity is the Force. So I am sure all of you are as enthusiastic as today to join, and you all can also bring your friends or sisters along. So one last thing is all those girls who've come for the first time, जो भी लड़कियाँ पहली बार चेतना में आई हैं, आप लोग सब प्लीज अपने अपनी जगहों पर खड़ी हो सकती है क्या? All those girls who've come for the first time in चेतना, जो भी चेतना फेस्टिवल में पहली बार आई है. Wow. हरी बोल, हरी बोल, हरी बोल. So I think the number of new girls this time is far more than the number of girls who already attend Chetana. So all the new girls, thank you so much. Aap aaye, thank you so very much. I've seen majority of them are sitting ahead, and all of them were very, very attentive. So thank you so much for coming. And as a token of gift, we are distributing books here. So I would request all of you to collect the books from Harshada Mataji. She's at the back of the floor. All right, thank you so much. We have a small announcement by Sri Lekha Mataji. I would request Mataji to please come. I would request all the girls to please take their places. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could have many more of these sessions like these? Perhaps every week, where we could discuss our doubts, ask more questions, discuss our fears, right? Right now we had so many questions related to our own personal journeys. And it's so much better to get together and discuss like that, instead of all of us sitting in our own houses and reading. You know, someone has said, read the Gita, and I'm reading in my own house. So this is such a better way. And also we've seen that in scriptures, there are always questions and answers. In the Gita, Arjun, how many questions he asks? And Krishna answers them. In the Bhagavatam, King Parikshit, how many questions he asks? And they are all answered by Shukadev Goswami. So questions and answers are such an important part of learning. And therefore, I'm here announcing a weekly Bhagavad Gita class. For all of y'all, it's only for girls in this age group, 15 to 30 years, where we discuss the Bhagavad Gita. We discuss concepts which are applicable to us. For example, someone asked about uncertainty, someone asked about decision making. So how is the Gita relevant to me? Because we have the principles are all universal, but how do those principles apply in my life? That is the question. So this is what we learn in the weekly Gita class. how I can benefit from the concepts that we learn from the Gita. So it is every Sunday at 12:30. It's only for 1 hour. And I take the class. I'm Dr. Srilekha, homeopath and counselor. And you can talk to Ritika here attends the class, and there is Shruti, I can see some familiar faces. So if you have any questions, what the class is about, you can please speak to them. I will ask Ishita to drop a link on the Chetana community so you can join the group. And I'm here for another half an hour. You all can come and talk to me. Thank you.
So girls, without wasting any further ado, let us begin our Kirtan. Post Kirtan, we'll be having beautiful Ekadashi Prasadam in the Bhakti Vedant Hall. अभी हम डांसिंग कीर्तन करेंगे, उसके बाद प्रसादम जो होगा नीचे वाले हॉल में होगा. We'll be happy to guide you. Thank you. Everybody is requested to please stand for the आरती.